Welcome to the Professional Edge. My name's Todd, tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. And this session, we are going to be talking about deciding to work with an RIA. And in that matter, we say an individual is a registered investment advisor, and they have to go through some compliance, some testing, state testing. And with that, then as a registered investment advisor, you have a fiduciary duty to act in your client's best interest. And being a listener here on the Professional Edge, we've talked about working with a stockbroker. We've talked about working with an insurance salesman, quote, pseudo financial advisor for your retirement savings. So what is or what should be your deciding factors when you decide to work with a registered investment advisor? Well, we had a change in the administration. We know where the Senate is going. So we know that tax laws are going to be changing. That's our expectation because that's the stamp that new administrations want to place on things. So when we look at that, then we want to say, okay, how do I know when it's time to work with a registered investment advisor, or how does that even compare with a stockbroker? Well, the key provisions on a stockbroker is a lot of times they get compensated on what they sell you. So they get a commission on what they sell. So if there is a mutual fund A and a mutual fund B, and those are actually real letters that are identified on mutual funds, there's A, B, and C shares. So an A share is normally a front-end loaded investment, and you can pay up to 5.75% commission to the salesman, meaning the stockbroker that sold you that investment. So you want to step back and say, well, does it really make sense if I do a $10,000 investment to pay my salesman, the stockbroker, a 5.75% commission? Well, if you're incentivized to sell something, well, we're all human, and therefore we're probably going to say this is okay for our client to buy this as part of their portfolio allocation and get that 5.75% front end commission. So again, that's a salesman type relationship. So you as a listener here on the Professional Edge, I hope you understand that no one likes to be sold anything, and they purvey these products. A lot of people don't understand how there's compensation in these investments that are being offered. And then, they may say you want a limited partnership or an MLP, a master limited partnership, and a pipeline, or these conservation easements. So again, you got to understand on a stockbroker, they are mainly salesmen on selling commission products to their clients. Now, the key provision that you want to not be exposed to is that you're having your best interest at hand. And as a stockbroker, you only have to, or they only have to, provide suitable recommendations. Is this investment suitable for the client? Well, as a registered investment advisor, there's a fiduciary duty to act in the client's best interest. So instead of just being suitable, then you have to step back as a registered investment advisor, which we are at Estate Management Counselors. We're very proud to be a registered investment advisor. That registered investment advisor has to provide the best interest of the client. They always have to have the best interest of the client at hand in making investment recommendations. So that's a key provision on deciding whether you need to work with a registered investment advisor or not. Stockbroker, they only have to provide suitable recommendations. As a registered investment advisor, which Estate Management Counselors is, then they have to, or we provide our clients with what is in the client's best interest. And again, if you want to see or evaluate whether it makes sense to work with a registered investment advisor, do give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. Given the COVID spread and the accelerated rate of cases, we can do a Zoom meeting, or we can meet at the Cunningham Center, or if you want to challenge the traffic in Atlanta, that's also an option. But Zoom meetings are becoming more and more prevalent. So give us a call at 877-654-9798. So the big thing, RIA versus stockbroker. The RIA, the Registered Investment Advisor, has to provide the client with what is in their best interest. The stockbroker only has to provide a suitable recommendation. So sitting there as a listener on the Professional Edge, just ask yourself, would you like what is in your best interest or what is just suitable? Think about that for a second. Best interest, suitable. You can make that determination. So now let's think about the next thing on working with a registered investment advisor. How do they get compensated? Well, stockbrokers, again, going back to that commission model, they get compensated for what they sell you. Okay, they're not advising you, they're selling you. And being human, they're going to sell you what's going to provide the most income to them. I mean, it's called YTB in the industry. It's called yield to broker. So again, as an investor trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my retirement savings, I don't want to be sold anything. I want to be counseled and advised in my best interest. So that's where, as a registered investment advisor on estate management counselors, we work on a fee basis. So when the client's account goes up, our income goes up, and it's a flat fee. So there's nothing to sell our clients except for counsel and advice. So if one mutual fund is used over a different mutual fund, it doesn't matter. We're not paid. We can do 20 trades and 20 purchases, and we don't receive any commissions on those trades. It is to rearrange and reallocate the client's portfolio so it's in the best interest of the client. Again, no commission income for trades. There's no commission income for the selected investments that we recommend to our clients. So again, the RIA side is in the best interest of the client. You got to act in the client's best interest. And also, there's no incentive to sell the client anything because we work on a fee basis. Now, changing over and looking at the stockbroker side, they get compensated for selling their clients. Commissions up to 5.75%. That is ludicrous in my opinion, to pay a front end load commission or even a back end load commission when you sell. So, they put the stamp of fees, costs, and expenses when you sell a product. That makes no sense to me either. So again, the broker only has to provide suitable recommendations, and again, they get compensated commission on selling their clients. So again, being a listener here on the Professional Edge, that's the key difference on a registered investment advisor or a stockbroker. Best interest versus suitable, fee basis versus commission sales. So how do you know, or what's another determining factor for deciding to work with a registered investment advisor? Well, let's look at their credentials. A lot of individuals don't have any background in business, any background in tax, and majority, probably 99% of any RIA is not a licensed tax attorney as well. So working with estate management counselors, we put that all together, being a certified financial planner and also a licensed tax attorney and a CPA. When we make financial decisions, for example, do we want to sell our rental home? Well, as a registered investment advisor, a tax attorney, we put that together and we counsel our clients on what is going to be the tax impact of disposing of that rental property. We have depreciation recapture, comes back in as ordinary income. Then we may have some capital gains exposure. How can we minimize that exposure when the client makes that sale? And you would be surprised how many people after having a communication with them and a talk and discussion, that we actually can lower their tax obligation legally. Again, I'm not going to have the client put on an orange jumpsuit, and I'm not going to do anything illegal. So that reduces their taxes by tens of thousands of dollars after we have this discussion. Then we also, evaluate whether a 1031 like kind exchange makes sense as well. So again, as a stockbroker, they are not licensed to give tax advice. Look at the fine print on any of those statements. Again, not licensed to give tax advice. Well, you and I both know that any financial decisions that you're going to make impacts your tax obligation on your 1040 tax return or on your business tax return of a 1065 for a partnership return or 1120S for an S corporation. So again, working as a registered investment advisor that is a licensed tax attorney, that is a value that we bring to our clients at estate management counselors to see if it makes sense to work with a registered investment advisor. Give our office a call at 877-654-9798. That number again, 877-654-9798. We've also mentioned here on the Professional Edge the combination of doing your estate plan. We are starting this year out. Most people make a resolution to get their estate plan in place and get their retirement plan, their reallocation of their portfolio, and make sure they're on track for that safe and secure retirement. And then also add that little bit of tax planning. So we put those three together for our listeners here on the Professional Edge. It is at emcthebundle.com. That is on the World Wide Web, www.emcthebundle.com. And you can check that out. And when we come back, we're going to talk about more things about deciding to work with a registered investment advisor or not. And again, I thank you for tuning in to the Professional Edge. My name's Todd, tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. We're going to have more coming up on the next session.
With today's financial markets, are you getting the personal and professional attention you and your money deserve? Clients of estate management counselors benefit from having one set of professionals advise them on their tax, estate planning, and investment advice. We call that the Professional Edge. Todd is a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. With over 15 years' experience, he welcomes the opportunity to assist you in preparing for retirement, implement effective tax planning strategies, and to help you properly plan your estate. His radio show, The Professional Edge, is aired weekly on Sundays at 9 a.m. If you're interested in meeting with call his office at 877-654-9798. That's 877-654-9798. Do you want to feel more confident about making the right investment, tax, and estate planning decisions? Today, these decisions are more complex than ever. Have you thought about working with a professional advisor and not sure who to turn to? Not sure what qualifies one to be an advisor? Todd is more than qualified as a tax attorney, CPA, and certified financial planner. Is with Estate Management Counselors. Estate Management Counselors operates as an independent fee-only investment advisory firm. They're dedicated to gaining a personal understanding of their clients' objectives and implementing professional counsel and advice to achieve those objectives. So take a second to talk with Todd to learn how you can benefit from their multidisciplinary practice where they coordinate their clients' legal, tax, and investment strategies into one comprehensive and integrated plan to enhance and protect their clients' financial security. You can reach estate management counselors and speak with Todd by calling 1-877-654-9798. That's 1-877-654-9798.